welcome to Dialogue with Khuraira. If you are not familiar with this platform, Dialogue with Khuraira was created to feature people doing incredible things in their various communities that we call the unsung heroes. So we use this platform to celebrate them, and hopefully they will inspire and mentor you to start doing something positive in your own community too. We also call them unsung hero because the spotlight sometimes is not on them, but they are doing amazing things in their communities. So we find them wherever we can. We look for friends that know people that do good things. We maybe some of the activities we do, we see what they're doing, so we share. We bring them to share their story, and then also they will give you insights on how they're doing things, and hopefully, you learn a thing or two. In between that, also, we bring in experts. So today we have Professor Dr. Tanko Ahmed, and he is, like I always say, I leave the guests to talk about themselves because a lot of the times I'm butchering their names or something else. So welcome to Dialogue with Khuraira, Dr. Tanko. So the floor is yours.
Good evening, and I'm really very happy and excited to be here.
Welcome. So tell us about yourself. I know we posted your bio, but we also want people that don't read and go in and read can actually see you talk about your accomplishments before I start asking questions.
Yeah. My full names are Dr. Tanko Ahmed Mahmoud. I come from, my father came from Garingabas, Hadejia, Jigawa State. I was born and brought up in Plateau State. Wow. I did all my career in Plateau State.
Wow.
I did my primary school in Kafanchan, that's Kaduna State. I did my secondary school in Kuru-Jos. And from then I went to England. I did a preparatory school in Oxford. Then I switched over from the English system to the American system, where I attended the Richmond College, the American University in London.
Wow.
Then I came back. I did my NYSC. I had some stint at home. I worked for about a year or so. Then I took up appointment with the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. That was 1985. During the interview, they found me appointable as an administrative officer and a research officer. Okay. So I chose the admin side from the beginning. So I rose up to the rank of assistant and deputy director. From there, I went to the War College. Then War College, but now Defense College, Abuja. That was about 20 years ago. That's the badge I carry here, and that's the FWC I have after my name is statutory title for people who attend such level of strategic course.
Okay.
Then I worked until 2018. When I turned 65, I retired. I retired 5 years ago. So that makes me 70 years old by December 24th this year.
What is
since retired, yes, since I retired, towards the end of my career, I switched over to the research section where we do most of the academic work in NIPSS. Okay. We joined in the training of the participants. So immediately I retired, I started, first of all, visitation to universities. I started with BAZE University, where I'm a visitor to the postgraduate school. There, I'm taking them on security and strategic studies, national interest, national security, political science, things like that.
Yeah.
Then also I started up another visitation at the Cosmopolitan University.
Okay.
In Abuja, but this time around, undergraduate.
Oh, wow.
So it's really a connection. If you see the age grade of people that go to NIPSS, it's a leadership development program. And then you see the age group grade of those that are going through postgraduate schools. And then the age grade of those taking undergraduate.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the kids I'm teaching, the undergraduate students at Cosmopolitan, I tallied the ages they have in the class. I discovered that we have difference of 50 years.
Wow.
That's a century. And the ones doing the postgraduate courses, the average is about 40 to 45 years. Wow. So you can see it's like after I finish my career, I am now engaged, not employed, because there is difference between engagement and employment.
Yeah.
I don't know about looking for a job because I am done with jobbing. No. So, but still I can be engaged.
Yeah. Yeah.
So visitation is engagement. I am not going there to block anybody's chances for promotion or to sit in an office where somebody is paid to support to sit. You know, there are different things between this.
Okay.
But the most interesting thing is that I'm turning 70.
Yeah.
But in reverse, I am still living not only with my small grandchildren at home.
Yeah.
And primary and secondary school just beside my house in Bukuru.
Yeah.
But I'm also teaching undergraduates in the university. I'm teaching postgraduates in the university.
Yeah.
And I still maintain lectures and act as a resource person to those people going for leadership development. Yeah. So you can see, as far as living is concerned, I'm 70, but I am back to living from the beginning.
Yeah.
I watch cartoons with my small grandchildren, Rere and Arif. They force me to know the name of the characters in the cartoon, and and they explain to me what they do.
So, I love that. I love that.
And then there is a primary and secondary school beside my house. I'm always in contact with them. In fact, this Friday, I would like to start going there just for Good Friday. I'll go and address all the people there. So my brain is still working.
Yeah, but, well, sir, you do not look anything older than 50. Wallahi, I'm serious.
Well, anyway, the secret is if you are working all the time, you live all the time. And if you live all the time, you feel the time, you are just like a time
and you are a happy person. You know, that is
yes.
You know, this is the thing that I tell people. The good thing about life is when you are good to humanity. When I say this, it's really, people think I'm joking about it. When you're good to humanity, you will always have a happy heart.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you can see it in the person's skin. You can see it in the person's appearance. So we are excited to have you here. And I'm
excited to be here too.
Watching. So my first, as you said, you're currently visiting a professor at BAZE University in Nigeria, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so tell us about this university. How different is it with other universities around Nigeria?
Well, one thing that attracted me to BAZE University, actually, I told you that since I retired, I don't go about looking for a job.
Okay.
I was not employed there, but I was invited.
Yeah, okay.
When we started courses on master's degree in intelligence and global security, international relations and diplomacy. These are the kind of me, I would say.
Okay.
So I took up the engagement. Then I started it off 3 years ago. And my own method of teaching is completely different.
Okay.
University said they are offering standard UK education.
Okay.
And that's how I grew up. I was educated in the UK.
Yeah.
I am up to date with what is happening in the UK. So For example, if I'm going to plan a course, you have global security. That is, the security is just beyond what you are saying, what you are thinking. A global security, the program has to be global in nature. So it's very simple. If I am going to prepare a course program, I solve around what are they teaching, or what did you have for this kind of courses in Brazil, United States, Canada, China, Russia, everywhere. I take like 15 countries across the world.
Okay.
I get the middle level of where this thing, then I put in the practical aspect of it. Then we also attend to how all these things relate to the Nigerian situation. Like in some of these things also, I follow the students, like online courses and skills. Mostly I got it from the students.
Wow.
In the ordinary university now, they assign class representatives. They call them class reps.
Yes.
In addition to class rep, I also appoint class tech.
Okay.
This is somebody that is very savvy with the computer.
Yeah, with the tech. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anything we want, anything that we do is standard. I also have kids, that Nigerian kids that go to school from primary to secondary in the US. Is just now that they said no. When they go to BAZE University, they can actually get a very high standard thing. Like I was explaining to them during my sociology class in London, some of the classes I took, we go to watch movies for sociology classes. Movies are sociological labs. People don't understand. So you don't keep university students and stuff them with a lot of old traditional thinking, old theories, all the concepts.
It makes it fun for them. It makes it fun for them, and then they
start that from the beginning. All the big grammar, the big people, the big philosophers, we finish them the first quarter of the semester. The second quarter, I take you through practicalization.
Yes.
Like in one of the class,
it's very important. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And these kids, you have your physical class.
Yeah.
You have the new screens. You have everything. But these days, anybody that want to make sense out of anything will have to follow people where they dwell.
Yeah. Very important.
Kids in this age, they live inside their telephones.
Yeah.
So I get a WhatsApp group for the which is a 24/7 classroom throughout the semester.
Wow.
We also get the Google e-class with all the gadgets and all the facilities inside. Then also we have other ways and manners that we connect, to the extent that in addition to physical class, we have e-class, which is electronically powered, but then also we have an e-mind class.
Well, what is
the whole class is built into a team. And this team, we have a single mind for that class, for that course.
Okay.
Very, very, very simple, very simple. And if one person goes into research and discovers anything new, everybody in the team is absorbed.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, when I give examination, I test your thinking, not your memory. You memorize and give me exactly what I give you on the slides. I will mark you quite all right. But when I finish the marking, I will cut off 50% because it's not your idea.
Yes. So you did not think of it. You just decided to, that I get you. You were trying to make them work.
Yeah, that is the standard way people go to school here.
Yeah.
You will see people, they are stuffed up with lots of language, lots of quotations. They know the names of all the experts from Greek to United States. But at the end of the day, they cannot deliver any job to you.
Yeah.
And when they finish school, they are unemployable.
Yes. Yes.
People should be trained to be engageable.
Yeah. So, and one of my questions actually, a few weeks ago, we had two amazing young ladies who are in tech, and they spoke of some of the difficulties that sometimes they can't even find computers in their universities. So now is what is Nigeria doing, gearing towards the tech, and how can it make it more the computers more accessible for university students?
Okay, accessibility of computer. We need more than just the physical availability of the computer.
Yeah,
a system that you can work it out with. In Nigeria here, during the Buhari regime, they built up an agency, very viral agency called NITDA.
Yes, I heard. I
NITDA,
heard about it all the time. Okay.
What NITDA is doing is NITDA is translating technology.
Okay.
NITDA is translating opportunities.
Okay.
NITDA is also translating traditional Nigerian setup into computerization.
Oh.
And what are you going to get when you do this? The internet, the power of the internet.
Yeah.
Because of its generality, because of its penetration.
Yes.
It is an enabler. It enables everybody to do anything.
It's so true.
Even if it is crime, yes. But then also in enabling, it is also an equalizer. That is, anybody that is exposed to it would be equal with everybody. Like if you want.
So are you saying with the need that the universities don't have to have physical computers?
No, they need to have, but the NITDA now is building the system. Not only universities. Okay. You see, if you put computers only in the university,
it's not going to work.
What about the kids?
Yeah.
From primary school, secondary school.
Yeah.
What about the community?
Yeah.
I would use the example of what NITDA has done in all the states. The ones that I am familiar with. In Hadejia, we have this CBO, community-based organization, which I am a member and I'm very active there. That is the Hadejia Mafita initiative. We call it HIMI.
Yes, I saw that.
NITDA at one time, they equipped HIMI.
Okay.
Not just because the person came from Hadejia. In fact, he has done it all over the country before he came in around there. NITSDA is serving and is working so well that this incoming government re-engage and extend the time for the DG. Yes, they are doing so well. And they have turned around people, but you have to go to places like Lagos and maybe Abuja to be able to see really what young people are doing. These young people are so good.
So why do we have to go to Abuja or Lagos to be able to see the difference? Why in...
Well, because naturally up to now, our thinking is urban.
Okay.
Urban thinking. And urban thinking is reckless anyway.
Okay.
Personally, I'm a rural, I've been a rural person. I have never admired a city, even if it is New York, London, Abuja or Lagos.
Yeah.
But places like Oxford. Oxford is a very large city, but it's just a collection of towns.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. True. So it's city thinking. So whatever it is, once it starts working,
yes,
the magic of internet, the magic of using computer system is that communication can easily be spreaded.
So true.
So now what we have, if you go to Hadejia, you go to Jigawa State, you go to Bauchi, you go to somewhere, if you see what kids are doing with computer, it's really fantastic. So just last week, I came across a lady in Kaduna. She had a phone. And she told me that during the last COVID-19 crisis. She started frying some food.
Yeah.
Now she's running a very big business. The same thing in Kano, Abuja, and even local government headquarters. Now also, I have some kids. Some of my former students in BAZE University. They are trying to develop, convert jollof rice the way you convert noodles.
You package it and send it out.
Yeah, you package it.
Yeah.
All these things, they are getting ideas from people on the internet.
Yes.
They are building their own markets there.
Yes.
Even today, I joined up two young people. Mm-hmm. One is in they are into materials. They provide materials for clothing, for fashion, and this, and their own purpose is that they want to take materials from the north, and impress it on maybe people to start using a lot of atampa where they are producing adire.
I see.
Now they will take the adire. This one, they are doing it specifically to be very good in business and also to beat the confusion of monetary policies.
Oh, I see.
Now, my own next stage, they are going to start working together. So when they start working together, if the trader in Ibadan wants to bring in adire to Sokoto and Kano, and you are just here, you collect it. Exactly. Why don't you also organize a tampa
in your area,
all over area here, and send to them? You sent to me 100,000 naira worth of adire. I sent to you 100,000 naira worth of atampa. We don't even need to go to bank. We don't care if the dollar is 1,500. Yes.
The olden ways,
we must trade by barter. Way. We call it smart economy now.
Yeah.
We call it smart economy.
By barter.
In Jigawa, we are thinking of developing a cottage industry run by women only. What are they going to do? We are not going to look for machines from China, or we are going to look for maybe help from EU. No.
Yeah.
Women at home will breed guinea fowl. When they breed guinea fowl, all these people in Abuja, most of them, they are sick. They are looking for lean meat. They have the money.
Yeah.
Breed guinea fowl, you don't need dollars to do that.
No.
You don't need even now. No. When you do that, you can also, when you plant rice and millet, you go to we have lots of, almost all our polytechnics, they have catering unit.
Yeah.
So we are telling them, what are you doing here? Why don't you create a lot of kind of local food? First of all, to build a local economy, you have to be full and be satisfied with what you are producing.
Yes.
That is real comparative advantage.
Yes.
Comparative advantage is not the case where simply because you can make plenty rice, you grow the rice, people will flow in there, buy all the rice.
And there's not food for you.
It's the price for the rice. You, the rice grower, you have to go to the market and buy the rice. This makes sense.
I hear you.
So if they say traditional economy, no, I tell my students this is smart economy.
I agree with you. So talking of smart economy and finding jobs and all of it, as a professor, do you think acquiring skills is important? Is more important versus just focusing on accumulating degrees?
Well, degree is a thinking practice.
Okay.
It is very, very important. What is going to happen is not just the skill. We have to change our thinking. When you change your thinking, you become more creative, and then you create skills.
Yeah.
These skills that you are saying, you can't just come and get all the women in my area here in Bukuru to learn how to sew clothes. All of them cannot be tailors. No. Where are they going to get the people? Where are they going to get the material?
Yeah.
But then you wait and sit down around, First of all, people are hungry and food is very expensive. Then suddenly I observed that maybe in the nearest neighbor here, one of the ladies can make very good masa. What she needs is not plenty money. You just get some 5,000 for her to start up with oil and other things, and then you buy. But then down the street also, another lady can make very good kose. And then you have one that can make kamu, the one that can make kuningeda. All these materials, we can get them locally here.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't even need Indomie. Why should you? And
but we can also do the talia.
You have talia, yes.
And do the Indomie.
Can you imagine we plant millets, and we plant drum wheat. That is the kind of wheat you have in Hadejia. Is the one that draws.
Okay.
You do alkaiki. You get drum wheat. You get millet. You pack them from the market almost free of charge. You take them to Lagos, soak them inside water, remove the husk, everything. You throw the remaining in the sea. Then you tidy up, you put it inside the package and the cartons. The person transporting this grain, the person preparing, soaking the grain inside water, the lab, the everybody, this kind of factories making food, they employ tens of thousands of people.
So that creates value.
That salary by buying that Indomie to eat in Hadejia, Duse or Kano, in addition to growing the crop, you give it to them almost free. And then you buy the material, you buy it and eat.
Yeah.
You see, as a household now, kids will be saying, Daddy, I want Indomie. What kind of Indomie? You have brabusco, you have very, very tasty food. Anyway, something is going to catch up with us now. All this heavily processed food.
Yeah, it's very
chemicals. You will see 45-year-old or 35-year-old. That is somebody that Indomie, his age.
Indomie has so much chemical in it. It's not
chemicals. Almost all the things that we are doing. You get a 35-year-old person now. That is somebody that double his age.
Yeah.
You get them every day. They eat. They look maybe pumpy or something like that. You think maybe they are eating good food. No, it's the shining and the soap and other things. If you ask me to do arm wrestle with him, I can break them like broiler bones.
Because what they're eating is
they're not real.
Yeah.
So people now are even getting sick with food. And it is only this food that is the medicine. Yeah. And now we'll have to go back to this, our organic farming. If and when we go back there, we are not going to bring very giant harvesters that will harvest every grass in the village. No. Get the village farmers, arrange them into surrogate farmers, let them produce, and then you tally it and you take it to processing. No food should live where it is grown without being processed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You carry these grains from the north, you take it down to Lagos. They process it, they put a lot of chemicals. You find a lot of people, they are sick. That is why they have to go to hospital for, what do you call it, medical checkup.
Yeah.
You don't go and check up in the village. If you are tired, you take maybe good fry and you have a very good sleep.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
My best period now is when I am back in Dulce with the heat and everything. Look, my skin, when I wash it to go off, I wake up in the morning to go to the mosque. I take a walk around the estate there. Whenever I go to Abuja, I always tell my children, this is a crazy place. Everybody is driving very fast. Yes, people are mad. They are crazy. So for you to be healthy, you have to leave Abuja. You go to your village.
Yeah, and enjoy
at least on annual leave.
But Kuru is not a village. You're in
it's a town.
Yeah.
Yes. In my office here, I have trees. Some of them I cut them. Some trees I brought them from Akwanga. Some maybe they brought them from Kogi. A friend of mine in Koi is breeding all these trees. I even have Kolanotsia in this house. Oh, I have trees in front of my office where these small birds you call Assisi. You know, Assisi has disappeared everywhere, but I have Assisi in my house. I have a nightingale.
Your advice is that it's important to have degrees, but also it's very important to embark on skills.
Yes, the degrees you are going to have should be thinking degrees.
Yeah, okay. And
if you are an engineer, you don't just go and study mechanical engineering. You should also know how the mechanics of a motor car. Maybe when you come out, you can just remove the Japanese engine and then produce a thresher and process your crop with it. That is creative engineers. Not somebody that will go and learn mechanical engineer. Can you imagine? You go to Abuja, you get appointment inside a big office with an air conditioner.
But the thing is that with so many people having the degrees, and what I was thinking for me in regard to, I'm a huge advocate of skills, because that is the only way we can actually employ the massive youth we have. Not everybody will be appointed by the government, you know. No, not everybody will be having that huge office like you described. So what are we to do? If you are now sitting in front of the president or the minister of education, what would you tell them the importance of skills and how it can help translate wealth in the country for our young people?
Yeah. In the education program, we should build a place where you practicalize what you learn. That is why we have all this internship. In the US, you have internship.
Yes.
We have what they call IT. Some people will break away from school. Maybe you go and spend a year learning how to do administration, or you go to some factories and see how they are doing.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it is only the academic value of this. How much percentage do you get? Not that somebody is encouraged to go and learn that thing and start doing it.
Yeah.
We have to teach people in such a way that they should be not only creative, they should also be innovative in the things that you do. Innovation is very important.
It is.
Most inventions, we don't need them.
No.
We don't need them. Now, I don't need anybody to produce this cup because everybody can do it. It's just reinventing the matches.
Yeah.
But then, if you teach people to be creative, they are going to be innovative. When they are innovative, everything will go on down. So, and also there are some inherited words that are very degrading. We should remove the word employment in the general attempt to engage people.
Okay.
Engagement. So somebody that is very creative can engage society.
Sure.
And if society also, when it needs this person, you can engage.
Yeah.
But when you say employment, you have people brandishing all sorts of figures on our faces. Where did you go to count the people? How can you tell me how many young people are unemployed in my village? You can't do that. If we do ordinary census, we have not been doing it for 20 years. But then when you go to the village now, you see what people are doing. If you are creative, you are educated, and you are innovative, you should be able to improve on the way they do these things, to enhance them in what they do. You advise them. If you do that, they will bring in new things that you have never seen before.
Yeah. So it's important to engage the youth.
Yeah, engage. And we should not be using the word employment. Employment. It looks like somebody is playing God somewhere. Is that person that will say yes? Bring your application.
And
when they employ them, they don't work.
Yeah, but you know that is the expectations of many. I go to college.
Yeah, we have to change the thinking.
Yeah, so the thinking
we must change the thinking.
And I really agree with you on that, because I have a feeling even if like the universities will change, maybe have a course, as you said, anything that they are learning to make it in a practical form, so that by the time they are done, they will be, because you can have someone that is electrical engineer or whatever, but he can't even fix anything in the car or anything.
And even they don't even have the lab to practice the electricity.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I will think like here in the US, majority of employments are from skills. You know, a plumber, electrician, mechanic, you know, all this. Like people, when they graduate, they're not looking to go work for the government. They will be looking to start their own business, you know, to make their own money.
The government should only make enabling environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Enabling environment.
But I think the enabling should also start from school, like you said. It should start from this. I think that the mindset, if the mindset.
Yeah, you have to teach the students in such a way that they will always look for a way to do things. I will give you an example with some of the new undergraduate classes I'm taking. I have an undergraduate class called History of Nigeria. These guys were not taught history from primary to secondary school. They have no idea of it. So what are you going to do? So from the beginning, I engage them to explore what is history.
Sure.
Then I start telling them, if I say you give me history of yourself, what are you going to do? Then another person, if I say you give me history of your village, what are you going to do? They told me they have an idea. They have an idea what to do. I said, okay. Academically, I am going to teach you the concepts, theories, and methods in history, so that we will behave with the head of a historian, not just anybody that has not read history.
Yeah.
But after it, we went through the semester. I think the next 3 weeks, we are going to practicalize it. I'm going to ask one student to trace his history. He can go and ask his father or his mother.
Yeah.
Let him trace his history. I say, I want you to establish to me where your parents or great-grandparents came. What were they doing? Just give it to me in about 300 to 500 words, which is just one page.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, I also want to build their own confidence.
Yeah.
When you work like this, you submit the written work, I mark it. You will also press your telephone and give me a 1 minute rundown on what you have written. If you do this to them, there is no way they can do ojoro or go and copy somebody's work.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
As they are talking to themselves, they are seeing themselves on the camera. They are building more confidence. I told them that the 1 minute camera is for the whole world. You will keep it. At the end of the session, you are the one to assess how you have improved on the
That's a really good teaching method.
Yes, and everybody likes a wolf in Nigeria. Things like it. I say, look, these video cameras, if you do them at the end of the CA, I'm going to gamble 10 points for you just on video camera.
Wow. So I'm going to ask you the next question, and then we will give our guests a chance to ask you questions. So I'm going to ask you this a question. So, you know, what advice would you give to the Nigerian youths?
To the Nigerian youths?
Yeah.
They should look around themselves. Nigeria is still very fresh. Nigeria is full of opportunities. Nigeria is full of a lot of things that haven't been touched. Also, for young people, there is an existing parallel society, different from what we are running, which youth are running. Some of them break through it. They become successful in football. They become successful in business, successful in marketing, fashion, and other things, with government not having anything to do with it. And I will give you this example. Where are the figures that are missing for the past election, if 140 or 104 million people are qualified to vote, how come it's only 34 million people that voted? Those people that registered and did not come out to vote, they belong to portion of this society that is saying that they don't have anything to do with that. So what they will do, youth, they should study things around them. They should be very, very practical. And they should throw away all these primitive ideas of I am the Hausa by tribe, I am Idoma by tribe. Tribe is your monkeys, really. So if I say I am Hausa man by tribe, I am just simply telling you according to the dictionary, but that I am a monkey called Hausa man. So all this kind of this take away all these conflicting things. You settle your mind, you become a whole person. You will see that you have a lot of things to take out of your system, and you have a lot of things to connect with the other system. Even in front of your door, there is opportunity there, which you cannot see because the society is confusing you. You can, to some extent, this country, the goodness of this country is not being appreciated by people. Is that everybody has opportunity, but only that we lament. Somebody will come and tell you now, start complaining about somebody in Enugu. Are you in Enugu? How do you know that if you go and link up with that IPOP person, if he's to be normal like you go to Makodi and open a club, you think you are not going to do well? Why don't you start thinking like that?
Yeah.
So it's not
people need to be open-minded and treat each other based on your interaction instead of the hearsay.
Yes, and this you can do it with the people immediately around you. You don't need to go to school to learn this. You don't need to wait for government to tell you. After all, the National Orientation Agency, I don't see it doing this. All these things, the points you are raising, these are things that National Orientation Agency are supposed to do.
True.
But they are not doing anything. Today, if they appoint a DG, everybody will congratulate them. And the day they leave, everybody will bash them.
It's so, oh my God.
What is happening?
So true. So, and we're going to open the forum for people to ask questions. I think there's already one question for you, sir. It's from Rufai. He said, what do you think? I think you can see it. Can you read the screen, the question?
Okay, no, the question is not here. Is it under comment? Okay, yeah.
Under comment.
Doctor, what do you think about the systematic methodology that our lectures use in the universities, whereby a student doesn't apply creativity in what he learns, but has no other option than to use the garbage in, garbage out? Yes, you are correct, Rupa Ibello. I wish you are attending, I don't know which university you are attending. Let me tell you one of the reasons why there is academic freedom. That academic freedom is not just for the lecturer. If the lecturer still insists on bringing in old ideas, because that is what African intellectuals do.
Yeah.
You have the academic freedom to bring these ideas to explain what is new idea. New idea is where you get the old one. This is what you call systematic methodology. You apply it to our day-to-day activities. You make out some new ideas. And after all, I will ask you, Rupa Ibello, at the end of every study, you are asked to write a research project. The purpose of this research project, you write there under the significance, so that I may contribute to existing knowledge. How could you contribute to existing knowledge if you are going to ask if you are going to give them the so-called garbage that you have taken? So, Rupai, the challenge is with you. The challenge with the lecturer. If the lecturer comes into the class to don't call it garbage. That is what is providing for you. Ask him questions. Sometimes you can trip or get a lecturer to think. Like I like to give example of my own method of teaching and where I teach. I release my lecture 2 days before time. Luckily for us, we have one of the most viral or most active IT infrastructure. 2 days, 48 hours to any lecture. I give you the slides, I give you the reading materials, and I give you what we are going to do. So when I come, out of 2 hours, I will lecture you for not more than 30 minutes. The first question I will ask, you have any question? No question? Okay, please observe what I said.
Yeah.
Then we go into engagement. At the end of every class, I give an exercise. Yes. So with this now, education now, still going back to Rufai, I think Rufai is complaining about one-way instruction teaching methodology that it has been. Look, this kind of textbook, you go to the United States now, that is more than 75 years. They stopped this. I am among the first set of the American liberal degree system. Liberal arts.
Yeah.
Before our liberal arts, they were challenging they were challenging the old orthodox method 35 years before that time. And now I'm more than 40 years from finishing. So it's more than 75 years. So they are just instructing, stuffing things into the head of a student. And you know what it does? It destroys creative cells in the brain. Because sometimes you can't even remember. Kids have to go and take some drugs, or you take coffee so that you go overnight. Why should you revise on something that you know? So education now, yes, it is instructive, but then also it must be interactive. And if it is interactive, it is also generative. So every blessed day, in every class, you must produce new ideas. That will be the source for the teacher to claim that he is a professor.
Okay.
You can't claim that you are a professor just pouring in maybe what you stuff up in your head. You are walking around talking to yourself. Yes.
Sometimes
I learn from my students. Yes, I learn from my students because, yes, we do instructions because there is standard principles that we have to do there. We instruct, but then also when we instruct, we interact. And would you just interact and throw it away? When you interact, what is the product of interaction? It's new ideas. So instruction, interaction, generation. So I think this is the only thing I will give to Rufai. I could see him there. I hope Rufai, my answer is okay with you. Then we have Murtala Ali General. Hey. Yes. Watching live from Jigawa. Okay, this is my village man. Bashir Mohammed Ranchas. Yeah, I could see them. So if there is any question, Dr. Tanko, you are welcome to this great dialogue.
For you guys to ask questions. So
I can see my former chairman. They are watching it in Hadejia. You know, my people are really backing me up.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot that you have said, sir, that is making sense. Made a lot of sense.
And somebody is saying that what we said, things are too expensive. Trade by barter is okay. We have Ade Iyabo. She's MNI, retired federal director. Yes, she's doing one thing with flowers in Abuja.
Oh, mashallah! Wow.
Yeah, one of my students in the national interest and national security class, I asked them to bring in things that can solve crime. This lady came out with the idea that if you can plant flowers all over Abuja, the day Abuja start looking like Netherlands, it will be too beautiful for somebody to commit crime.
It's so true. So true.
So I asked Yabo, she said that is true.
Yeah. And then that is another way of making money anyways.
Flowers. A great deal of money, yes.
Yeah.
I think maybe when you come to
why
Abuja,
do you have to get fake flowers if we have the land to make fresh flowers, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, there are so many. I think the opportunities in Nigeria, being that it has a very fertile ground, is just endless, and we also have the population. I think,
and we also have the talent.
Yeah, but the only thing what we are lacking, honestly, is the mindset. The mindset need to be changed.
Yeah.
And the only way we can change the mindset, it has to start from primary school or even pre-primary.
Well, not only through schooling.
Yeah.
There is this old song. One of the first librarian in NIPSS, Dr. Hadejia, his soul rest in peace. He was telling us, shine your light where you are. That is, it's not just for you to come and brag. I can do this. When you go and start doing it.
Yeah.
Your family and then your own area.
It's true.
Yes.
True.
Shine your light where you stand.
Yeah. True. True.
These are the kind of songs, these are the kind of concisive phrases that when you throw in, it can break into cold minds.
Yeah. True.
And then wash the heart, and then somebody will wake up the next morning, he is a brand new person.
I just also feel like in the educational system, if we could go back to how we used to be. Like I remember when I was in primary school, you were being rewarded if you take care of like the principal will have a garden, a beautiful garden, either because at that time, we have a lot of expatriates as teacher, principal or teachers, but they will have beautiful garden. They will have also the fruits or the vegetables. And there's the PE period, which is the physical education period, even if, there's part of it that you go in and fix the garden. So, and what they were doing, there's a reward system for that. So when you do a good job, you're actually recognized for it. And I'm thinking that I don't know why that is not being emphasized now.
Well, people are trying to survive, so they are bringing this kind of idea. Just last week, my own daughter, who is a vice principal in one of the secondary schools, she told me, Daddy, when you come back, I want to make a write-up. I want to bring back PE in the class, because I discovered that these kids are not as active as when we were in school. She attended a military school. So if you see, even her kids, when I rested with them at home, they really give me tough time. Yes, they are very active. So the kids around in the street, they walk like this, they look withdrawn. Physical and mental health goes together. So she wants to write, I think maybe to the education secretary, so that she can start bringing that. And when she was in Jahun, she also introduced excursion. You can imagine Jahun is just 45 minutes drive from Dutse. A lot of the kids, they have never been to Dutse. She brought them in there.
Jahun is literally not like maybe 10 minutes from my hometown, right? Jahun.
Okay, Jahun.
I mean, Rukubata.
Okay, yes. So the hired bosses, sometimes even we have to, subsidize her with what she does. She brought the kids to the airport in Dutse and took them to the secretariat. It's like they visited London. So I said to her, what you will do now, find a way you can sustain this. In case of flowers, it was compulsory not only to have flower garden for the headmaster. The headmaster's house must have a garden. The school too, we have stones that we line the edge of the school, and we plant a lot of flowers that are beautiful. They smell nice, and some of them they get fruits that we eat.
And
we also had a school farm.
We
had a school farm.
We did
this
too.
farm also sometimes some of the teachers will give us a goat. This goat will start. The goats would be maybe in the teacher's house. We
Yeah.
will go and lose the goat to go in there, but then you will discover that since the goats are not small in number, at the end of the year, the school can afford to sell these goats and get a big cow.
Yeah.
And then they do kunu for us. They do whatever we celebrate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even now, I think some people are fiddling with the idea of bringing back a systematic a school farm. That every farm, a primary school must have a hectare.
I am
Secondary
telling
school
you,
must
if you,
have about 5 hectares.
I
University, they should have about 100 hectares.
I think
In
that would
where they
be
operate this thing. They can
that
feed
would
themselves. They can make money.
Yeah. But another thing, sir, also that I feel like is missing in the Nigerian school system, I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken, but you know, like my kids here, at the time that you are 16 years old, before you start applying for going to college, you have to start doing some community service. So
Yeah.
you have that is a must. And no university, I mean, if you want to go into really good universities,
Yeah, you
must
have to have records.
a year or more of doing community service. And I'm feeling that if we could really bring this into the educational system, it will not only help the kids to understand the value of giving back, but also it will bring that kind of occupying their minds so that, you know, they will be less idle.
Yeah.
And to even go to do drugs.
Yeah.
Because I think, you know, like my kids, when they finish, their school is done at 3, right? By
Yes.
3:30, there you have an activity. If you do soccer, if you do, you're going to go practice or work out in the gym in the school. Then after that, you're running to go to do your community service.
Yeah.
So literally, you're home by 6 or whatever at home. You don't even have a chance to run around and hang out with your friends to do something. I think that stopping some of these activities in school had also attributed to some of the kids.
Yeah, and I think maybe it has been destroyed from home.
Yeah. You think? Why?
Now we have more reason to do this these
Okay.
days. You talk about flowers
Yeah.
from a few minutes ago. What
Yeah.
is wrong with asking the kids to grow flowers around the house and in the front to maintain it? That is number one.
Yes.
Number two, we have this problem of environmental sanitation. Let the kids clean the environment. That is community service.
Yeah.
Along the way, you have we have menace of plastic bags. If the government, local government, will just buy a melting machine.
Yeah, and let the kids.
Yeah, the kids can collect this leather bag, take it to the machine. As you do it over 1 or 2, 3 months, they will start now buying items and build playground for you.
Yeah. So there should be a reward system.
There should be a reward system.
And a recognition system too.
Okay, we call it constructive engagement system.
Yeah.
Constructive in the sense that the society demands, you oblige, and then you benefit. You also throw back. It throws back at you.
Yeah.
Maybe primary school up to secondary. By the time you go to a university, even if you are working in the government, you have time to leave your own government work and serve community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Which people do here all the time. It is not something that is people. It's expected of you, and you don't.
It makes you healthy.
Yeah.
Now, right now, the best way to check people when you are around with them when they are eating or something, when they take a cup, you will see the cup just shaking. Their reflexes is gone. All they need to do is, look, just go out there, maybe draw water, do some washing.
Yeah.
I do a lot of that to have good reflexes to grab golf bats, the stick, so
Yes.
that when I hit my golf, it will not shake. You know? Yes.
Well, doctor, I would love to have you more than
Thank
this.
you very much, my sister.
The hour is gone, and we really appreciate all your input. And
Thank you very
our
much.
audience
Yes.
have been very happy. I see comments saying very educative. So it's really great.
Yeah, and I saw my first chairman of HIMI. I was
Yeah.
talking about HIMI. The chairman was there. He was even making comments.
Oh, really?
Dr. Isa Bilami.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Also,
And
in
yeah,
addition to all our CBOs now in Hadejia, they are federated under the head that is Hadejia Development Forum.
yeah.
Very active, very good for the whole.
I have to tell you, Jigawa is not a joking state. You guys,
no, Jigawa is not a joking state.
No, but it looks like all the influential and educated people in Jigawa, you guys got it together. Like you really have your head.
Oh yes. Right now, we are waiting for our chairman to come back. We are going to visit the university again.
Yeah.
We are going to offer our expertise and be teaching just to bolster their staff and also be lecturing there on voluntary basis.
Yeah. Oh,
yes. Yes. Maybe we take general studies and then maybe we lecture on international relations, things like that. You have a whole ambassador lecturing you on the international relations.
And I do love it. And you know also what you're in regard to what you're saying, you're really not doing this to make money because you already accomplished.
No. We are doing it voluntarily. Like people like me now, with all the community work that we do.
Yeah.
Like I told you from the beginning, I am unemployable. You can't employ me, I will not be employed.
Yeah.
But I can be engaged. I cannot even be appointed.
Yeah, it's engaged.
You can engage me. I have to pay back.
Yeah.
Maybe if you engage me with certain work, maybe you have to take care of the expenses or something like that.
Yeah.
But I am not employable. Yes.
Oh, someone asked a question. I think we can answer this and then.
Yeah, okay. I can do it very quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you think we can revive the culture of community activities among youth? I will give you an example with our own area. All the youth of Hadejia, they have one single body called Hey Youth.
What is it called?
Hey Youth. That is Hadejia Youth.
Okay.
Everything. Yes. They are into education. They are into politics. They are into almost everything you can think of. Okay. We don't even take decision or go into anything without contacting them.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So it's the youth that nobody will revive the culture of community activities among youth for you, but the youth can plow it back. We
so
just
how was that?
By sanitation.
But I think it's important you educate us on how that came about. I think maybe they can also implement it in a different state. If you could educate us how.
Yeah, that is a certain wave or spirit of getting together. Typically with Hadejia Emirate and all the other emirates in Jigawa State. Mm-hmm. Number one thing, I think maybe we are a state that is unique. We are far away from the chaos, but then also we are not near enough to what is taking place. And then we quickly discover that we have to unite to get things done. So once people have sense of community, you can easily lead them, you can easily manage them, and you can easily serve them. And one thing that is one of the advantage of Islamic community setup, because the Islam demands that you have to serve. You have to serve people. And this is one asset of culture that are lucky we have not dropped it off. So people in Kaduna, Kano, and other places, they think in an urban sense. People in Jigawa think as rural. Rural is productive, rural is real, rural is natural, rural is logic, rural is everything good. Urban is reckless, urban is dirty, urban is uncaring, urban is monetized. Yes.
Yeah.
Urban
It's funny you say that.
Disintegration left to me.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me about one day about all this chaos in Abuja. I said, look, if I can have my way, everybody should go. If you think you are good enough to promote and develop this country, why waste it down? Go and develop your village. Then maybe when you coordinate the village, you can even have better Abuja.
Yeah.
In my own case now, I think everybody should go back to their own village. Or you go to any community where you think you can contribute.
The sad part of it is that people that are being appointed, when they leave the city, they don't even want to recognize that they are. I mean, when they leave the urban area, I mean the villages, not even just urban.
It depends on your background.
They don't even want.
It depends on your background. I'm telling you, it depends on your background. Go away from Hadejia, Duse, Kazaure, Ringin. Come to Abuja and maybe even be the head of state. Cut away your business and see. Yes.
Well, we hope that
like us now we are diaspora.
Yeah.
What I'm doing back home now is a personal covenant between me and my father. The last thing my father said to me with my younger brother, I was leaving him in hospital. That was 1974. I was telling my younger brother that he shouldn't, nothing will happen to him. We'll come back and meet him again. My father mentioned Garingabas.
What is that?
Well, that's his village.
Okay.
He was calling me his father. He said, Babana, Garingabas. Malam, what is that? Garingabas.
MashaAllah.
And now let me tell you, not only me, even my children, you have to do that covenant with me. Everybody, even my grandchildren will go there, you serve, and also any other community, because our father was telling us that even if you go to Australia, you must serve community. You know that time, because of listening to BBC, they know every country in the world. They can tell you even the president and the prime minister of Canada and Australia at that time. I can't tell you that now. They listen to BBC religiously. So he said, even if you go to Australia, to him, Australia is like end of the world. Don't forget where you come from.
Yeah, very important.
I still have that covenant.
Yeah. I think people don't understand.
I see my father in every person in my village, everybody in my emirate, everybody in my state. When they talk, I see my father in them. So what way do you want to connect to people? Yeah. And you feel so satisfied. Yes.
I think like there seems not to want to let us go. So this is the last question, and we're gonna
end. No problem.
Another question: how can the youth incorporate the elders for mentorship in communities? I think that's a very great.
Yeah, question. It's very But how can the youth incorporate the elders for? How do you think we can survive? No, I got the elders for mentorship of community activities, taking into cognizance that the elders tend to mostly focus on their political gain. No, not every elder. What you are going to do, elders too, they want to survive. So don't write all of them at a go. Don't blanket it. Okay. What you will do, deal with the elder that you have immediately around you. If it doesn't work, then deal with the next elder around. Everywhere there are elders that are good, there are elders that are not good. And if you listen to us, I'm telling you already, there are parallel societies, parallel Nigerians, parallel countries. The one controlled by youth has more people, has more economic power, has more thinking power, everything. So if you are part of that community, you should be able to think into yourself, shine your light where you stand. Your elder has nothing to do other than to follow you. But then you cannot be disrespectful to elders, and maybe you cannot condemn politics, that everybody that is doing politics is bad. Just because you hear in the media some people are bad. And don't think every politician is a bad man. No, politics has its own function in society, like business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one way, if you want to focus on your youth, also on the elders, use the elders community set up. Yes.
Yes. Start from within before you expand out, right? Start from within.
Yeah. Start from within. If you don't start from within, can you start to solve somebody's problem across the street? You can't do that.
No.
That is what we waste our time doing. We are expert in how to fix problem of Nigeria. We don't know even our own local problems, even at home.
And I think that what the gentleman asked about, how can they engage the elders in the community?
Yes.
They can also, that youth can start it too. They can create a forum.
Then the elders will follow.
Yeah.
Youth don't know that they are leaders of elders also.
Yeah. They should set up something where you are making it maybe a monthly thing or a weekly thing, and the elders will come, you know? Yeah. All right. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Doc, thank you so much. As you know, you are a big brother and a huge mentor to us. So I really appreciate you squeezing in the time to speak, and a lot of listeners are really enjoying this. I learned a lot. So thank you so much, sir. And I'm sure you will be back again.
Oh yeah, anytime. Just feel free.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Bye, Khuraira.
Thank you. Yes. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next week, Thursday. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world. Bye now.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.